4 runs. Seven to Dilly, 24 to Botham, 143 for 7. Trevor Chappell's had a cover point. He's fielded very well today. The fielding of the whole side has been good. Alderman taking those 2 catches early on, getting Brearley, and he had Gooch on Saturday evening. Then Border caught Gower and Dyson caught Willie. A very good catch that, and a fine piece of tactical thinking. Alderman's bowling figures 4 for 47, 22 overs and 6 maidens. What a tour he's having. It's not just the figures, he's also bowling very well, which is even more important. 143 for 7, 24 Botham. He has strike and it'll be Lawson to bowl. Didn't quite get that, but it'll be good enough for 3 if he wants 3. Dilly will look for 4. It looks to me as though Lilly will either be going off or changing places. Might just have strained something in the rib cage there. When he chased that ball hit away on the onside by Botham. That was pacey, that one.
Yes, it's the fate of tail enders to have the fast bowlers really lash it down at them. There are moments when the top batsmen are well set, the fast bowlers reserve their efforts. They just work away. It's about half to 3/4 throttle, but no chances of wickets about. Lawson's tearing in now.
Dyson's at third man. Dilly's gone to 10 now, Bertham 27, 149 for 7. Just 2 slips in the gully now. Bowled. It's fast and straight and just on the perfect length, so Bertham couldn't get it away. Overs, 2 maidens, none for 38. Jeff Lawson. .149 for 7. 6 for 1 wicket when they started today. Then Brearley was out for 14, Gower 9, and Gatting 1. Willie 33, and Taylor 1. Bertham's 27 not out, Dilly 10 not out. Here's Alderman. Four. It's a good shot too. Smashed away to the left hand of cover.
He's a great big tall man, Dilly, and although this bounce is quite high, he's capable of still getting the meat of the bat on it. He's got a lot going for him as a batsman. He has about the best pickup in the side. It really goes absolutely in the slot. He's given that a good crack.
For 2, Yellow the fielder, and 1 run. Lawson fielding this time. .71 behind now, England. Is 28 now, 70 minutes, and Dilly has made 17. So far in this series, Dilly has made 34 and 13, 7 not out, 27 not out, and 13. to 18, so he's having quite a good series with the bat. If you look at him in the light of a tail ender, which he is, he's scored over 100 runs, and he's averaging close up towards 40, around about 37, 38 per innings at the moment. 158 for 7.
Five on ESPN Classic.
Four to Alderman, 3 to Lilly. Lawson, who's bowling now from the Kirkstall lane end, doesn't yet have a wicket. And he's got 4 more to go on to his run aggregate there. Could hardly hit a cover drive any better than that.
This is what we call flat batting it. The foot, you don't put the foot over, you put your foot up the leg stump and flat bat it through the covers. Very effective.
He was actually through a fraction too early for that. .65 behind England at 162 for 7. John Dyson is down at third man. John Dyson, the century maker of this match. 102 he made in the Australian innings, 401 for 9 declared. Suppose would come into the reckoning for man of the match. The award being presented in this third Cornhill Test by Fred Trueman. Oh, well stopped. Great piece. Well, that's bad luck. Bad luck. It was a lovely shot and a superb piece of fielding to get to it. Beautifully executed stroke. Although he was going away from it, Bertham, he still rolled his wrists over it, kept it down. 167 for 7 now. Botham's 32. Here's Alderman. Extraordinary delivery that was. I think it must have flicked his trousers or his hip on the way through. Indeed it did. Just flicked the sweater on the way through to Rod Marsh. Mid-off. He's had a very good match, Kim Hughes. We're talking about men of the match. Made 89 runs and he's led the side very well indeed. Pulled off a delightful piece of tactical field placing here today to pick up Peter Willey's wicket. Field placing needed the bowler to bowl it in the right spot and the batsman to hit it right. When all those things happen, and it's all very good. Now, one of his main props in this match, one of Hughes' main props, Dennis Lillee, is certainly in trouble out there. Pace of it. Overthrows. Go for 4. Call was there for the single. And it was to be the single from the last ball to give both of them the strike. The throw was from Trevor Chappell. No one had time to get round to back up. Alderman was going to the stumps at the bowler's end. And Marsh couldn't quite reach it. Botham was in anyway. Dilley was the one who was in danger. It needed Marsh to take that and then return it if he had been able. That little tumbling turn there. Little 1.5 with Pike from Rodney. And it all resulted in 4 runs to Botham. 174 for 7. 53 to avoid the innings defeat. Batsmen out today: Brearley 14, Gower 9, Gatting 1, Willey 33 and Taylor 1. England 174 in the first innings and 174 for 7 in the second. Bowled, well played, and that's T. And Botham remains 39 not out. Dilly 25 not out. 176.
Batsman who would apparently be more than capable of knocking off the run. So it's Lillee with the first ball after T. And what a splendid shot. Very wide, very well pitched up. And Graham Dilly continuing his successful policy before T.
And as we were saying, if there's a little bit of width, this young man gives it the full treatment. As we said before T, the well-known flat batter.
Yes, the feet don't go, but the blade certainly does. Lillee bowls to Dilly. Ray Bright fielding that one and still wondering if he's ever going to get a bowl in this match on a pitch which is probably almost certain, I would think, to help him. I think Lilly knew it was fairly optimistic.
Not a bad shout at all. Not a bad shout.
And Dilly coming confidently back for the second. He's enjoying himself. Splendid shot, and that brings up the 50 partnership. And it's come in only 39 minutes, and well might Ian Botham say to Graham Dilly, well played.
Graham Dilly here, striking yet another one square. I don't think it's likely to happen, but Garfield Sobers started his Test career as a #9 batsman. I don't think Graham Dilly will quite get that far, but he's certainly wielding the willow very positively at the moment.
Or perhaps seeing the size of Dilly and knowing his county, Frank Willey might be a possible model for him to aim for. So it's reduced England's deficit to 41. Yep, that's beaten him. 4 more. Well, the Headingley crowds of the last few days have not had a great deal to cheer in the way of batsmanship, and certainly not in the way of English batsmanship.
This is really a most remarkable shot. It's almost as though he lifts it up there.
Oh. And that looked as though it had to be 4 runs off the inside edge. And it's the second time he's made neither of this world stop.
This really is a brilliant piece of wicket-keeping. He's on the way down the offside, and over he goes. Certain 4 runs saved there. He's a tremendous performer these days.
Oh, beautiful stroke, beautiful stroke. And if the other one was unorthodox, that was a classic cut.
This is a beautifully timed shot, guiding it down there, following the stroke through. Perfectly placed. And England really rushing on at the moment. Only 33 runs behind.
Not so lucky this time.
And almost every occasion that Ian Botham played that square cut outside the off stump and missed it, he's pulled his front foot away. And so he's pulling his body away from the line of the ball.
Alderman finally drawing a defensive shot out of Ian Botham. 4-4-73. Well, whatever anybody may feel about Ian Botham and the rights or wrongs of his being captain, surely there isn't any doubt that he is looking a freer and simply more carefree young player, and he has had a great match. Top score in both innings and 6 wickets in the first innings.
And carrying on along that theme, he looks a little bit younger as well. All the tension gone out of him, and he's enjoying playing his cricket again.
Just in case anybody in Australia is getting worried or anybody in England over optimistic, the weather forecast for tomorrow is good. Find the gap with no trouble at all. Another tremendous blow through the covers. And round the wicket or over the wicket, they're coming all alike to Graham Dilley at the moment, and that now is his highest test score for England. 39 not out.
Action replay from the last over.
So now only 2 slips, and one of those covers is going right out on the boundary by the look of it too. But not just perhaps in a defensive position. Border about 10 yards, could be in a catching position. And it's got beyond a joke as far as Dennis Lillee is concerned, if indeed it ever was a joke. So Dilley improving his average, that's up to the moment. He got his highest score originally in his very first test innings when he got 38 at Perth. That was a no ball. And he got 16 in the second innings of that, his first test match at Perth, and batted for a long time in both innings, and particularly in the second innings in a losing cause not dissimilar to this one, although on that occasion he batted defensively for a long period. So there's no doubt that he has the ability. And he brings up the 200 to a great cheer from this Yorkshire crowd, who are relieved to see the home team at least putting up a fight here. these two came together when the 7th wicket fell at 135.
I think Dennis Lillee is going on to his shorter run. No, he isn't. No, he's going right back. But as I say, since tea, they've sprayed the ball about a bit, and so have the England batsmen.
And there's another one. Thunderous blow. And a cynical voice said a moment ago, a pity he didn't bowl as well as this. .207 for 7, and there is going to be a change of bowling, but it's not going to be Bright. No, there isn't. No change of bowling either, I beg your pardon. It's Alderman carrying on. Alderman coming up for his 28th over. And not quite where he intended, but it brings him his 50 nonetheless. His second 50 of the match, and that broad smile conveying the old sense of enjoyment. And of a brilliantly talented, carefree cricketer with a fairly meaty inside edge on his bat. His 50 in the first innings came off 50 balls. This one has come off 57 balls in 111 minutes. And as with his first innings, he's hit 8 fours. Well, pulled himself round there. That's a magnificent shot. There was nothing wrong with that ball at
all. And Ian Botham just launching himself at this. Didn't get his foot across, but it didn't matter. He really crashed that through. We've seen some fine strokes from these two.
And Barry Mayer, the umpire there, I think having a slightly angry word with the crowd, because he feels that perhaps one or two of the papers that are blowing across are deliberate, but also that the crowd there should have kept back and waited for that ball to go across the rope for 4. Safely over the top of Hughes' head. And a bit of a risky blow that, but he's got away with it.
I think he hit this one somewhere near the splice, but he's such a powerful man, and it carried deepish mid on.
So just 8 needed now to make Australia bat again. Oh, 4 needed. 3 4s in a row, and the last 2 owing a bit to luck, but he's really having a lovely time, and so the crowd.
Good Sunday League shot, this. Overslip. 4 runs all the way. There's Ian Botham's Test match record with the bat, averaging almost 31.5 in innings with 600s and 650s. And 2 years ago, he scored scored 100 before lunch here against India.
So Lilly to try to restore order, bowls to Lilly.